photos of hip hop here in North Carolina can become part of that exhibit.
With DirecTV, I can get live TV and on demand together. Football, housewives. Football, housewives. Football, housewives.
Whoops.
Oh, no.
The housewives are on the field. I repeat, the housewives are on the field.
I just want to talk! Who flips the table? All right, I get it.
Call 1-800-DIRECTV to guarantee your price for 2 years.
1, 2, 3, family!
12 parents invited us into their homes, all in search of today's best parenting style. We're putting each parenting technique to the test.
I can't do it.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
We're looking for the style you think is effective.
I want to know why my house looks like a nuclear power plant explosion and your house looks like that.
The Parent Test. Thursdays on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Tell me something true.
I'm a yoga instructor. You?
I'm a pageant queen.
I've been trying out for this show since I was 15 years old.
Never give up on your dreams.
Best is yet to come.
You're going to Hollywood.
Best is yet to come.
Welcome back to ABC 11 Together Perspectives. I'm Barbara Gibbs. This year marks the 50th anniversary of hip hop music. Around the country, people are finding unique ways to celebrate the music and share their experiences. Here in Raleigh, the City of Raleigh Museum is organizing a commemorative photo exhibit for later this year. Joining me today to discuss the hip hop industry and their perspectives and to talk about the City of Raleigh exhibit, Larry Lamont has been a manager and producer of legendary artists like Terminator X and many other household names for more than 30 years. And Grady Bussey is an African-American historian and a board member of the City of Raleigh Museum. Thank you both for being with us. So Larry, tell us about your experience and how you got into the hip hop industry.
Well, it's funny. So I started out just with my book bag. Had a family member in New York. He's known as Daddy-O from Stetson Sonic. He pretty much taught me the industry. I stayed with him, country boy, going to Brooklyn, New York, met people like Tory IG to Junior Mafia to doing stuff with him and Stet. And he just taught me the ins and outs, which was great because I didn't expect to learn what I've learned 30 years later.
Wow. Grady, tell us about the exhibit and what you hope to accomplish and what people will experience.
Yeah, so there's a lot of unique things about the hip hop industry as well as the history of hip hop. A lot of times people would think about hip hop music and they think about the larger cities like the New Yorks, the Atlantas, and the Los Angeles. But the unique thing is that Raleigh in North Carolina has a very, very unique history itself. So from what many people know that during the 19-teens up into the 1960s, there was what was called the Great Migration, where African Americans had left the Jim Crow South to move up north to have a better opportunity. Well, during the time when hip hop music was evolving, which was in the 80s and 70s and 80s and 90s, what was happening was called the new Great Migration, where a lot of African Americans were leaving the North and they were coming back here to the South. And what ends up happening is that also during that time, there was an unbelievable influx in our historical Black colleges and universities. So you had the St. Augustine's universities, the Shaw universities, and North Carolina Central University, all having an influx of not only people from up north, but they were having people that were in the hip hop industry. And so we had at that time tremendous amount of people who were a part of the hip hop scene in New York and New Jersey and in those areas coming to North Carolina. And it created its own industry here locally.
Well, that's amazing. Real quickly, Larry, how have you seen hip hop evolve through all those years?
Well, it's beautiful because it crossed the line. So, I mean, it was just a block. It was people just doing hip hop and dancing, and it really wasn't about the rap. It was more about the break music and the dancers, and then it revolved from there. So it came a long way. So now I can go to China, I can go to places like Jamaica, I can go anywhere and people understand hip hop and they know where it came from and people appreciate it. Never thought hip hop would get this far, but the fact that we see the world embrace it and it's just a way of culture now. It's how we live. It's a beautiful thing.
It is indeed. Thank you both for being with us. And again, if you have any iconic photos that show the influence of hip hop in Raleigh or North Carolina, the City of Raleigh Museum is interested in seeing them. You can also find information on the ABC11 Together Perspective page on ABC11.com. And that's our time for today. Thank you so much for watching ABC11 Together Perspectives. I'm Barbara Gibbs.